In the sunlit African savanna, where the golden grass stretches as far as the eye can see and the air is filled with the sounds of waking wildlife, a new story was about to begin. Deep within a cozy den, a leopard cub named Zola was born, her tiny body nestled close to her mother for warmth and comfort. Unlike her bold and adventurous siblings, Zola was quiet and observant, often left behind in their energetic games, preferring to watch from a safe distance rather than join in the rough and tumble. She struggled with climbing and pouncing, her efforts clumsy and awkward compared to her siblings' natural grace and agility. Each attempt left her feeling a little more unsure of herself, while her brother and sister grew stronger and more confident with each passing day. Zola preferred to watch from the shade, her gaze intense and thoughtful, quietly studying everything around her. Her family saw timidity in her gentle ways, but Zola's difference was not weakness, it was a quiet strength, a patience that set her apart from the rest. Sometimes she felt like an outsider, unsure if she truly belonged among her lively siblings, her heart heavy with doubt and longing for acceptance. Yet, as days passed and the savannah changed with the shifting sun, her careful observation began to set her apart in ways no one expected. Zola wasn't the fastest or the strongest, but she noticed things others missed: the subtle rustle in the grass, the distant call of a bird, the faintest scent on the wind. Within her, a new kind of strength was quietly taking root, a strength born from patience, observation, and a deep understanding of the world around her, waiting for the moment when it would truly shine. As Zola grew, survival became harder. The days stretched long and the nights felt colder, each one bringing new challenges she hadn't faced before. The savannah, once a place of playful exploration, now seemed vast and unforgiving. Her siblings joined hunts, learning quickly, while Zola lagged behind, her lack of speed a constant obstacle. She watched them leap and pounce with ease, their confidence growing with every successful chase. Zola, however, struggled to keep up, her legs not quite as swift, her movements less sure. Doubt crept in. Was she truly a leopard, if she couldn't hunt like the rest? The question echoed in her mind, making her feel even more isolated from her family. She wondered if she would ever belong, or if she was destined to always be different. Hunger and loneliness pressed on her, but she refused to give up. Each empty belly and lonely night only made her more determined to find her place in the world. She knew she had to keep trying, no matter how hard it became. If she couldn't be the fastest or strongest, she would have to be something else. Zola realized that survival wasn't just about strength or speed, it was about finding a way that was uniquely her own. Zola decided to rely on her mind. She began to notice patterns in the grass, the habits of prey, and the subtle changes in the wind. She watched, listened, and learned from the world around her. Every sound, every movement became a lesson, teaching her how to adapt and survive in her own way. Her resolve grew quietly, fueled by determination rather than defiance. With each passing day, her confidence began to blossom, rooted in patience and observation. She would find her own way to survive. Zola understood that her journey would be different, but that didn't mean it would be any less meaningful or brave. Zola's journey was just beginning. With hope in her heart and a new sense of purpose, she stepped forward into the unknown, ready to discover what her future would hold. Zola turned the savannah into her classroom. She observed every creature, learning the patterns of wind, the calls of birds, and the habits of prey. Her patience became her greatest tool. While her siblings relied on strength, Zola relied on knowledge. She focused on warthogs, creatures other leopards avoided. Zola tracked their routines, learning their favorite paths, wallows, and burrows. She noticed how they backed into their dens at night, tusks facing outward. This detail sparked an idea. Zola's careful study revealed opportunities hidden from others. She was ready to turn observation into action. Zola's hunger sharpened her focus as she studied the warthog's habits. She mapped their burrows and watched their evening routines. Every night, the last warthog paused before entering the burrow, a brief, predictable moment. Zola saw this as her chance. She planned not to overpower, but to outsmart. Positioning herself downwind, she waited near the burrow entrance, hidden and patient. Her strategy was built on weeks of observation, not brute force. The stage was set for her first true hunt. Zola trusted her mind and her patience. Tonight, she would act. As dusk fell, Zola waited in silence. The air was thick with anticipation, every sound amplified in the fading light. She blended seamlessly into the tall grass, her golden coat dappled by the last rays of the sun. For hours, she remained motionless, her breathing slow and steady, her eyes fixed on the distant burrow. This was her domain, and patience was her greatest weapon. The warthog family returned, the young male pausing at the burrow entrance, just as she predicted. Zola's instincts told her when to wait and when to act, and tonight, her intuition was razor sharp. The warthogs were unaware of the danger lurking nearby, trusting the safety of their familiar path. In that fleeting moment, Zola struck with precision, not power. Her muscles coiled and released in a single, fluid motion, closing the distance in a heartbeat. She relied on her timing and accuracy, knowing that brute force alone would not guarantee success. Her ambush was swift and silent, the result of patience and planning. Every step, every pause, had led to this moment. The savannah held its breath as Zola's strategy unfolded flawlessly, a testament to her careful observation and unwavering focus. For the first time, Zola ate her fill, a victory over hunger and doubt. The taste of her hard-earned meal was sweeter for the struggle it took to earn it. She savored each bite, knowing she had overcome not just the challenge of the hunt, but her own uncertainty. She had survived by being herself, observant, patient, and smart. Zola's strength was not in her size or speed, but in her ability to read the world around her and trust her instincts. She watched, she learned, and she adapted. Zola became known for her unique hunting style, respected by all. Other animals watched her with a mix of awe and caution, recognizing the quiet confidence she carried after each successful hunt. Her story proved that survival isn't just for the fastest or strongest. In the wild, it is often the clever and the patient who endure, finding ways to thrive where others might falter. Sometimes, it's for those who watch, learn, and wait for the perfect moment. Zola's journey was a reminder that wisdom and restraint can be as powerful as claws and teeth. True strength, Zola showed, can be found in quiet determination. In the heart of the savannah, it is the patient huntress who writes her own legend, one silent step at a time.